I plan my entire week in 10 minutes doing this simple method, and I'm gonna be showing you how you can do the same exact thing in today's video. So let's get in my MacBook. All right, boys. So today I'm gonna be showing you how I plan out my entire week in literally 10 minutes. So this has been something that I've been experimenting with a lot over the past 12 months, and advice that I've taken from a lot of mentors and coaches of mine and applied it to my daily calendar now. And this is how I operate my schedule. So it's all going to be taking place on Google Calendar. And if you are not using Google Calendar, use it, bro. It is so you can, if leveraged right, you can be insanely productive. And I've been using this religiously. I literally have my Google Calendar up. I'll show you, not this phone, but this phone. I literally look at my Google Calendar all throughout the day just to make sure like I know what I'm doing. So you have all your time blocks like this, and you see exactly what you're doing. Because the problem that I face is that I always felt like my life was on autopilot. I didn't really know what I was doing throughout my days. I was kind of just wandering, and nothing would get done by the end of the day, nor the end of the week as well. So this is a shift in my life that has made me insanely productive just because I followed the exact not procedure, but structure, schedule, and I actually hold myself accountable and I get shit done. So use this as a tool of accountability as well. So you have your calendar, and if you don't get it done, you look at the end of the day and you're like, fuck, I didn't do anything today. So it's a great way to do that. So what we're going to be doing today is creating what I like to call a skeleton structure of a schedule slash framework. This is why it takes me less than 10 minutes to plan out my weeks, and most likely just plan it out one time. And here, I'll show you how to do it. So the thing we're going to be doing is planning out the events that happen consistently. What happens consistently, Ferris? Your sleep schedule, your eating habits most of the times you go to the gym, you work out, the times you have free time typically. So let's just go ahead and build this out. So I wake up at 4:15 a.m. every single solitary day, and I've been doing so consistently for months. I post that wake up on my story, on my Instagram story. So check it out. If you don't, I'll leave my Instagram link in the description of this video. So I go to sleep typically around 8:45. So I'll turn off my phones around 8 o'clock, and we'll plan that out as well. So we'll do recovery sleep, and because I look at my calendar, I want to make it look somewhat like easy to look at. So I like using emojis. You don't have to. So do a little bit of that. Recovery sleep. Make this any color you want. I like gray because it is just a great color. I don't know, bro. Just pick a color you want. So the good thing about Google Calendar is that you can make a recurring event, so you don't have to plan out every single day that you're sleeping, because that's just going to happen. So when do we sleep? We sleep daily. Boom. That's set up literally the rest of your life if you really want to. So from 8:45 to 4:15 a.m. I am waking up. That's when I'm sleeping. And then from 4:15 to about 5:30, this is how I do my morning routine. So morning routine looks like we'll do a sunrise, beautiful, beautiful sunrise. And we're gonna say my morning routine. This is where I brush my teeth. My routine that I follow, I do a 4-step simple morning routine where I drink 32 ounces of water. I journal. I do 50 push-ups outside, which again I post on my Instagram story every single solitary day as my form of accountability for my clients. And then I finish off with a cold shower, 90-second cold shower that shocks my mind and body and puts me in an elevated state. So this is my morning routine, and we'll label this as, since it's a daily event, just keep it as blue. That's cool. Again, whatever you want to do, bro. This is all customizable to you. And the only thing I will say about customizing it to your own schedule, because obviously your schedule is going to look a lot different than me if you're in school, if you have a 9 to 5, if you're running a business like I am. But the only thing I will say is try to replicate before you modify. That's a big learning lesson that I learned in the game of entrepreneurship, is to never just take something and completely fuck around with it. Just replicate it. If it's a working process for someone else, replicate it before you move on to something completely different, because we are not trying to reinvent the wheel, bro. This has been something that has been, schedules, routines, habits have been part of human society for decades upon hundreds of years, centuries. So it's something that it's replicatable. It's a process that can be replicated. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. So this is something that happens daily. Boom, born a routine like that. And then I typically eat breakfast around 5:30. No. This is when I do my first work block. So as a entrepreneur where I am mainly just doing work blocks throughout my day, I like to get the hard stuff out the way first. So this is when I knock out my reels for the day. This is when I'm editing. So I'm going to do my first work block, which I know is typically I'm gonna be editing some videos. So we'll do a block. Again, use the emojis as you please. Boom. And I like my schedule to be consistent. So this is a daily thing as well. And again, adjust based on how you look like. Like if you're in school, if you have if you have an 8 a.m. class. I know I never did that when I was in college, but yeah, if you have an 8 a.m. class, maybe study for it, study or walk to your class, something like that. And then from 6:45 to about 7:45, this is when I'm eating my breakfast, and I specifically stick to the same meals every day because I've been loving this meal that I've been making, egg whites and avocado. That has been great. And then I knock out my SOPs for that time as well, which is my standard operation procedure. It's just personal SOPs that I kind of think of it as a daily routine that sets me up for the rest of my day. Just making sure that, okay, Ferris, this is your schedule for today. This is what you're going to be doing. And as an entrepreneur, like I am my own boss. So I need to make sure like I'm aligned with my own schedule and everything's going aligned as planned. So that's what I call SOPs. Do that if you please. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna set this as gray. And then from 7:45 to about, let me see what I do. So this is what I do in my other schedule. This is what I'm gonna make it look like. So you see my first work block is around here. Um, and then for my because I am on a 4-day weight training split, I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So from 8 to 9:30, I'm weight training. And I like this as a green block. This is replicated. Again, the cool thing about Google Calendar is that you can replicate on your specific days that you need it. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Boom. So that's what you want it to look like. And then you have that planned out. And then when you get back, let's say from 10 to 12, you have your recovery, meal, and free time. And we can do a little recharge emoji. Boom. And this is a great event. And this, you can really replicate it every single day. Boom. So you see how it's kind of a skeleton. Excuse me. You see how it's kind of like a skeleton framework. So you're not sticking like things go wrong, things go off track. So you're not like down to the minute committed to the time block. So it's kind of like lenient with a 30-minute gap period where things could happen. You could run to the grocery store or something else, and then you have free time because we're not all robots. Like I need downtime as well. So from 10 to 12, I'm doing that. And then from about 12:30 to I'd say about 4, this is when I have my other work block. So this is when I do deep work, content creation, and I do build for my clients. Boom. And then we'll label that as a yellow event. And this repeats daily. And I work on the weekends as well. I'm an entrepreneur. I got to work after hours. That's cool. And boom. This is a graph. So this is what it looks like. And then I didn't make that the same for all of them. So this and following events, so you don't got to change like each one specifically if you need to make an adjustment to one of them. So I end my work day kind of around 4 p.m. This is when I have my dinner around 4:30 because I like to have a early dinner. So 4:30 p.m. I give myself enough time to digest my food, and I do something called macro backloading where I save my highest calorie meal for the last meal of my day. So that way, when I eat at about 5 p.m., like one, I have enough time to digest, and two, like I don't go to sleep feeling hungry. That's the worst feeling in the world to me is going to sleep hungry. So I eat like about 1,000 calorie meals, which I'm gonna cut right now, and I eat about 2,000 calories in a day. So it's half my daily intake of calories. So that definitely keeps me full. So if I eat that at 5 p.m., I will not be hungry the rest of the night. So we're gonna do this. This is a last meal, and it is my feast. And I literally just throw on like it's my own calendar. I can remind myself, and this is a way I can like look. I can feel excited about the thing that I have going on. So 4:30, 5:30 daily. And again, the best thing you can do is stay consistent within your habits. That's how you have little things that just compound over time. And I know like I haven't hit major success right now, but it's habits, it's small things like this, it's small daily things like this where I build consistency and momentum that will leave me in great places in the long run. And I know the game I'm playing, so this is exactly how I'm gonna play it. Just building small habits and doing literally the boringest stuff. The most boring stuff gets me places. So last meal is 4:30, 5:30, and then you can do whatever. I kind of just do what do I normally do? Finish off with some builds. I like to build at night, so I'll keep my gaps open a little bit. So you don't have to put anything there. And then I finish off my nights. I always want to remind myself, like, okay, my screen time is off. So at 8 p.m., almost an hour before bedtime, I'm turning off both of my phones. So phones off. It's a good reminder to myself, and I can just spend some time alone with my thoughts and wind down for the night. And then after that, I'm doing my evening routine where I take a shower, brush my teeth, and read. So evening routine, boom, and then we'll do a little night fall. Cool. We like the city lights. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll set that as blue. That's fine. So you see how it's the skeleton structure to it, and again, once you have this set up, like you don't really have to make too much adjustments. Like pretty much we live the same lives like every single day, so you don't have to make too many adjustments to it. Like some days I have things going on, so like I make adjustments based on what goes on, but other days like it's literally the same exact structure. So I just want to have something I can look to and refer to saying, okay, at this time I'm doing this. And it helps a lot with planning, so you literally never forget events. You're never late to anything, because I dealt with that in the past. I was late to stuff, and you feel good, you're on top of things. That's all good. So the next thing, the second leg of this video I want to dive into is how to specifically plan out like my exact days. Because on my calendar, like this is my skeleton structure to my calendar. And then you see today, like I have a filming day today, and then I have like everything filled out, right? So what I do the night before, I plan out tomorrow the night before. So let's say it is Thursday night. Today is Thursday the 6th. So let's say Thursday night during my evening routine, I am planning out tomorrow, which is Friday, today. So I know exactly what I'm doing. So when I go in here, let's say it's Thursday evening and it's about 7 p.m. right now on my schedule. And then I go to Friday and I literally just fill in the white spaces. So let's say from 7 to 8, there should be a breakfast slot right here. Hold on. I didn't fill that out. My bad. Hold on. We'll do this daily. Okay. So you get the gist. Fill in the white spaces so that you're not wasting any time. You know what you're doing. So that way, if you have like a buddy hit you up, like, hey, you want to go on a run, you want to go lift, you want to go to play basketball or something, from 6 to 7, hoops with Devin. Boom. So it's kind of stuff like that, and you just want to fill in the white spaces. That way you're not really tied down to a schedule. And like I've tried it where I planned out my week on Sunday, like my Monday through Friday on Sunday, and that never works because things always get off track and misaligned, and I end up getting to Wednesday and like everything is off schedule. So I found it works best if I follow the skeleton framework structure where I have my days pretty much listed out in the way they usually happen, and then the night before I plan out
I just fill in the white spaces and I just make adjustments based on what's going on. Like if I had a haircut from 10 to 11, I would just push this back or something. And then I'll just say this event, and then that's pushed back. I got a haircut. Boom. So you see what I'm trying to say here. Just fill in the white spaces so you're not like tied down to a schedule that you don't need to be on. And last thing that I'll say is that you also want to plan out 5 needle moving tasks the night before, so you're constantly moving towards a macro goal of yours. So 5 needle moving tasks. You want to have a direction in life. 5 goals that you're working towards. Macro perspective. What do you want in life? And I put these as input goals because you cannot control the outcome no matter how much you want it. Like you can't put your goal as getting a Lambo. It's not something you can. I could get shot tomorrow and my chances at a Lambo are gone. But a goal that I can control is how many hours can I study, how many hours can I work X amount of hours at this job. So these are things that I can control. Just know the difference between inputs and outputs. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So your goals should be input focused because you can control them. And what you want to do on a daily basis is say break those macro goals up into smaller micro goals. So those are day-to-day tasks, and think of the macro goals as a monthly task, a yearly task. And set up micro tasks to like kind of inch yourself towards those macro goals. That's what I do on a daily basis. And I write this down every single day. So I have my 5 needle moving tasks that I'm working towards every day and I just track it. I have it in front of me and I work like that. That is how I schedule out my days. This has been working for me for the past couple months. And again, I've taken this from mentors and coaches that I've paid lots of money to work with. So trust me, take it from my experience. I've tried a lot of different things with my schedule. This is what stuck with me and worked the best for me. So apply this to your life, bro. I promise you it's gonna make a change.
All right, boys. So I appreciate you watching this far into this video. And if you did find any of the things that I covered in this video valuable, I would highly recommend that you check out my Instagram as well because I post similar content to this. And I actually show what I do in a day so you can kind of see like how this all ties into my schedule. So again, I appreciate you watching this far into this video and I will see y'all later.